So when you think that, oh, we've had loads of mods out this week, oh, and Friday might be a day off. No, they drip a load more. So first up is A-Frame Cabin. This is by Roughneck Modding Crew, 19.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under farmhouses. Now, it's going to cost you 35.5 grand to buy it, and to be fair, this is ace. I mean, you've got a nice outdoor patio, I mean, wrap around down to the side as well. That's right, when you come into it, it's like a Swiss chalet. That sort of thing. So you've got like seating area, you got your TV on the go there. When you come down here past the old log burner, you got your wardrobe. Open up. Can we open up that door? Oh no, we can't. Can't open up that door. You've got a little bit of a kitchen area around the side, and then upstairs is where your sleep trigger is going to be. But that must be said. You got your sleep trigger by the bed. Obviously, if you put it in a little bit of a better area than I have, you would have a great view out of that window. Imagine waking up, just looking out that window in the morning. Oh, that is a great cabin. And then if you fancy it, you've got this little side door around there as well. Out onto the patio, onto the decking, whatever you want to call it. That is a great farmhouse. Next up is Fancy Doghouse. This is by Nailu, 1.74 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under animals and others. Now, it's going to cost you 1,191. You place it down. Obviously, it's a bit of a doghouse. You got your bowl, you got your ball that you can throw for it, and the dog's nowhere to be seen because for some reason it's up there. Not quite sure why it's up there. It could be that I've removed a load of trees from this area, or it could be a problem with the actual mod. It's a flying dog. It's super dog. But alright, fair enough. Let's see if we can cook him down with some food actually. Let's fill the bowl. It's coming. It's coming. Oh dear, what's going to happen now? And he's eating from about 20 foot away. Yeah, I've got a feeling this may need an update already, but alright, carry on. Next up is Wood Tower. This is by FSPT, 2.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under decorations. Now, it's only going to cost you £1,000, but it does give you a great outlook, great viewpoint, whatever you want to call it. So we'll come up the steps. Come on, up the steps. In we go. There we are. That's better. So up the steps, round a little bit like that. And once you get up to the top level, you can then go inside. I mean, you will have to crouch a little bit to get in. But once you're in, you can look at all the land. You can do the old, the Lion King thing? All the light touches. Dear, oh dear. Oh, why not? Next up is Old Residential Building. This is by Razak, 21.32 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, first off, under farmhouses. That's going to cost you 200 grand. You do have the option to customize it, so it's going to be red roof or the black roof. And there's also a version under decorations. So if we go like that, down to the bottom, it's going to be the same sort of building, but obviously you're not going to have the sleep triggers. It's still going to cost you 200 grand for a decoration. That's quite expensive, but once you put it down, it looks alright. I mean, texturing on it, and you can't go inside, so it's just a decorative sleep trigger if you go for the farmhouse. And you got your wardrobe icon just there. You've got your sleep trigger on the front door as well. Now obviously you come around the back. Well, to be fair, it's just decoration around the back, mind you, but that's alright, that is. We're sticking with decorations for the next one. So we've got the Church Schondorf. This is by Berniesk, 16.85 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under decorations. Now, it's going to cost you 50 grand. So I would definitely say this one of the ones for, you know, when you're building out a map that hasn't got a lot on it. Yeah, one of those sort of things. You won't put a church down for the villagers, entirely up to you. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, it's just decorative building. So you use it if you want. It looks alright though. Right, next up is Stonecrusher Producinglime. This is by Lamai, 0.41 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under factories. Now, it's going to cost you 12.5 grand to buy. And obviously, you're going to be chucking your stones in and getting your lime out. But rather than getting it out as, you know, like a fill type for a trailer, you get them out on a pallet. And as we've got the old liftable pallet mod on, you're good to go. Now, you got your loading in point up there. I will say with a standard trailer, couldn't get the stuff in. But with the old high lift trailer, that worked a treat. So either use a shovel or that trailer. That worked ace. So you got your production chain menu there. So obviously your stone's going in, your lime's coming out, no problem. Next up is mini lime production. This is by Salcarman Games, 0.99 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this under factories as well. Now this is going to cost you 50 grand. You're going to need something a little bit different. So you got your loading in point just there. You got your taking out point from the pipe just there. Then your production chain menu just here. So for this one to be making the lime, you're going to need to put some stones, as you'd imagine, and a bit of water as well. Now, obviously this is going to store it within its facility. So you take it out into a trailer or just use your lime spreader, just pull that up, fill it up, no problem. Next up is automatic shipping of animal products. This is by Kamakata, 0.24 megabyte on the download. To be fair, this is awesome. So under animals, and it's only going to be under your sheep, your chicken, and your bees, because obviously they're the ones that produce pallets of stuff. So it's going to cost you 500. So that's the one for your sheep. You then got your chicken, exactly the same version, 500, and then one for your bees. Again, that's going to be exactly the same as well, 500. So that's going to be taking the pallets, the productions that your animals make, and moving them somewhere a bit different. So you got your production chain menu just there. So this one we've gone for with the sheep one. So you can move your goat milk or your wool. So you have them set as storing. Obviously, it's going to hold it within the facility. You then change that to distributing, and it should... We're going to give it a go anyway. So I've got a little spinnery set up just there. You should just move it straight out. So what you need to do is obviously put your hatch marking areas there, just over the area where they spawn. So this pallet is just spawned there. So if we drag it in like that, there we are. It should then go straight to our spinnery. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Go to the spinnery. And nothing's gone in. That's interesting. Let's so we've got it on distributing. Does it take a little bit of time, or has it gone somewhere else? That's interesting. That is. Let's have a little look in here. So we've got wool there, 390 litres. It's set on distributing. Let's fast forward time a little. Right, there we are. We've gone past the hour, and it has transported a little bit. I mean, we had like, what was it, 390, 360, something like that. It has now move that up to the spinnery, so you have to wait for the hour to tick over, but all right, that is great. I do like that. I mean, maybe the placement would be a little bit better. Well, if I placed it a little bit better, just for where the pallets actually spawn in the first place, then obviously it's just going to do it straight away. But well, I say straight away, it's going to take them straight away, then transport them when it ticks over the hour. But that is great. Right, next up is Old Shed Wood. This is by Farmer 22, 0.92 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 8 grand to buy. And to be fair, that looks all right. I mean, you've got big openings at the front. I mean, obviously, it's a drive-through all the way down. So you're not going to struggle for getting long things like headed trailers or anything like that in there. It looks all right underneath. I mean, you've got your trigger for your light switches pretty much once you get inside the shed. It's all right, that is. Next up is concrete fences. This is by Macca, 8.12 megabyte on the download. As you can imagine, they're going to be under fences. Now, there is 4 different versions here, but there is quite a few. Well, let's face it, there's 7 sections. So we've got 100 per each for the actual fence ones. So we've got that one there, so like standard concrete. Then got like brown concrete boards. Got a little bit of a different brickwork, and then a bit of a different brickwork again. And then you can have gates on all of them. So obviously the pillars will change. So if you're going for the standard concrete ones, you've got all the concrete posts on all of the gates. And then obviously if you went for the different colour versions, you'd have those posts instead of the straight concrete ones. You can then have a rusty gate version, a blue gate, a green gate, brown gate, yellow gate, and then red gate on the end. So obviously, combination of all of them, you do whichever one you want. So you've got the gates open up like that. There we are. We did open. Oh, let's close the other one. Put them too close together. There you are. That's better. So open up that one. Open up that one. And then again, open up that one. Obviously, you get the idea. And then we get to the bottom one. That rustiness. That looks awesome. Right, next up is Irrigation Placeable. This is by Perla196PQXR. 3.97 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under decorations. Now, it's going to cost you 10 grand. And it will come as a great big dirt patch. Yeah, this is something that I've done extra to it. So what this is, in essence, it's a patch that you can put down, and it's going to give you these sprinklers. Now, these sprinklers do have collisions on. So if you're doing a bit of field work like I've done here, so you put this down, you know, plough out the bits in between, then plant whatever. I mean, I've got some, I think it's wheat on the go in there. You can then assimilate, yeah, doing some sprinklers. I think that's the best way of doing it. Because obviously, these are not going to add anything to your crops. It's just for the old immersiveness of it all. So what you need to do is come up and go to the exclamation point. It's going to say irrigation pump on. We'll press B. Yes. It's then going to give you this icon. Now this isn't a loading in icon. It's just where you need to come to turn them on. Yeah, so you've got irrigation disabled. Now irrigation activated. Now you will have to wait a little bit for the water to come out. Now if you've placed it first down, and you know, first time turning it on, the website does say 75 seconds exactly, and then the sprinklers will start going. Once you've got it all set up, they are pretty quick. Once you got them done. So obviously, you know, you come along with your plough, you know, create a field, plough some area out, and then plant your stuff as you go. And you got some sprinklers in between. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is fuel tank. This is by LJR Modding, 1.03 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under containers. Now, it's going to cost you 6,430 to buy it. It's going to hold, even put my teeth in, 5,000 litres. So you got your taking out point just there. You got your buy-inable point just there. Obviously, it's going to be for your diesel. That's about it. So fill it up. Then you got a place to fill up your vehicles when they need it. Oh, fair enough. Next up is 4-bay shed. This is by Roughneck Modding Crew, 6.87 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 12.5 grand. There is no customizable options, so it is what it is. I mean, there's no lights either. That being said, simple shed. You know, bring your stuff in, get them out of the rain, so to speak. Right, next up is Old German Barn Pack. This is by DLS Tyne, 6.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them first off under sheep. So it's going to be 40 grand for the old sheep barn just there. Then we go up to sheds, because we've got two at the back as well. And to be fair, 17.5 grand, that's all right. And then 8 grand for that one. Now, this sheep barn is ace. I mean, it's only going to hold 8 sheep. But I like it. I mean, you've got that door. You know, if you want to bring a trailer down sort of thing, you know, put your sheep in there like that. And we've got a little side door there as well. Texturing on the brickwork looks ace. Open up that door. And inside there is going to be where you load your food in. And around here, there's your pallet spawn point for your wall. Got this little bit up the top. Oh, there we are. Some little sheep, some little woolly jumpers. Oh, literally, woolly jumper just there. You can have a little bit of a haylock. Put some grass bales up there if you wanted to. You can come up to this bit as well. Plenty of space up there. That is all right indeed. And we'll come around this side. Got a little bit of a side exit just there. Open up that door. And then around here, we've got this door that you can open up as well. And inside, a little bit of a workshop. Bit of a rocking chair. Oh, when you're chilling out, once you give your cows, well, your sheep some food, come and chill out in there on the rocking chair. That is ace. And then we got the actual sheds themselves. So what's that? 3-bay on that one. I like these. I mean, I like that sheep shed. That is awesome. And obviously this one, open-sided, open-ended. Turn your shed lights on. That is great. But it's just this sheep barn. That's awesome. I mean, you got your sheep in there. You got your little pallet spawn point. And you got your hayloft at the top. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is Agricultural Fair. This is by Chemben, 24.93 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sow points. Now, this is going to be basically a sow point for everything. 25 grand to place down. And it does say on the website, products from other mods will be accepted as long as they've been categorized. So that, as long as they're made the same as the base game stuff, you should be no problem. So you got your sourwood icon there. Obviously, you chuck everything into there. You got the stall set up. They're ready to sell your goods. Fair enough. That's it. I mean, they look all right. What we've got there, got some bread, got some veg, got tomato, well, strawberries, lettuce, tomatoes. Well, I like that. Next up is Workshop. This is by Razak, 25.29 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under tools. Now, it's going to cost you 150 grand. You do have some customization options. So if we click on there, we've got your solar panels on the roof, yes or no. And you can change the colour. Well, let's face it, to anything you like. Fair enough. Why not? Now you come over here, we've got the little side door that you can open up like that. We've got the big main front door that you can open up as well. And once you're inside, obviously, this is your workshop. So you got your workshop trigger over there. Can we lift the, do these lift up? No, they don't. Just for decoration. Well, that being said, though, I mean, that looks great inside. We've got big windows, natural light coming in, no problem with that. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, next up is the Kubota Workshop. This is by the Lort, 25.04 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under tools for the actual workshop, 50 grand. Then we come down to decorations and others, and you're going to be finding the old workshop sign. You know, just give people a little bit of a hint. You become a Kubota dealer. There you are, grand to place that one down. So once you get it down, we've got this door that opens up like that. Whoa, easy. Nearly took the clean out, that did. You got the side door here. You can open up that door. Then inside, you've got a little bit of a, well, you got a ramp there. Although I'd imagine with the legs up like that, you can't, no, it doesn't move. I mean, you've got your shed workshop lights turning on sort of anywhere within the vicinity. Then you've got the hatch marking area there, and you've got your workshop icon just there. But it's two side doors as well. Plenty of space for getting in there. Oh, that's alright, that is. Next up is Small New Silos. This is by Bartelshagen 3, 10.24 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under silos. So first up, we've got 8 grand with an 18,000 litre capacity. We've then got 12 grand with a 24,000 litre capacity. We've got 18 grand, and that's going to have a 30,000 litre capacity. And the last one on the end is going to be 36 capacity, well, 36,000 litre capacity for 22 grand. We then got the back row, which is actually extensions, as you can well imagine. So they're going to match up the same. So you got 18,000 litre capacity, yeah, 24. We then got 30, and then we got 36 on the end. So obviously well, the size goes together, let's face it. You then got these at the front. So you got your loading in point, your taking out point. They're all the same on all 3 of the main silos. But you come up to them, and you can put that away. So if you don't fancy having these out, you know, you just, why have them sticking out that you could crash into or whatever? You just put them away. And then when you're ready to either take out your silo or load into your silo, just put them back in, and away you go. Oh, that's ace. Next up is Cow Barn 20x35. This is by Paisel, 16.64 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it under cows. So it's going to cost you 115 grand. It's going to hold 120 cows. And then once you get them in, we've got a few things on the go here. So you can open up this door like that. Come on. There we are. That's better. Get a little bit closer. There's your little cows, my little beef burgers having a jump around. Oh, why not? So obviously the subsequent doors the other end open as well. We'll open up this one, because once you get this one open, you can then put your feed and your straw in here. We'll come down this end. We'll open up that door like that. There we are. It's a little bit loud, mind you, but alright, fair enough. You've got your slobby taking out point just there. Your animal dialogue box just there. Obviously, 120 cows going in. When we have got this little office area, well, I'll say office area, so this door opens as well. So you've got that one, open up that, like that. There we are. A little bit of a seating area, a little bit of a sofa. And in here, we've got a little bit of a washing up room with a fridge. Fair enough. There's your milk tanks. And out this door, there we are, is your milk taking out point. There's a couple of other doors knocking around you can go in. Plus, we've got this door up here. So if we get this old telehandler, come in, come on, when you're ready. There we are. Yeah, unless you've got a ladder or something of this description to get, come on, when you're ready. That's better. To get up to the actual door itself, close it. There we are. You can open it up, and you can get in. Oh, shit. Oh, it's knocking me off. There you are. Get a bit closer. You can actually get in there. And you could use it as like a storage area, a little bit of a hayloft, that sort of thing. I mean, once you're in there, it is just an area to store some stuff. So you're not going to be able to do much else, but oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Next up is Dirtynator. This is by Yoss, 0.84 megabyte on the download. To be fair, it's ace. And you're going to find it in two different places. I mean, there's a placeable version, which is going to be found under tools. And there's also a drivable version going to be found under miscellaneous. I mean, yeah, you get at that what you will. I mean, once you place it down, you can still move it around. Or you can just go and get one from the shop. Entirely up to you. Now, once you've got it, you can take the lamps like that. There we are. And we can spray, make stuff dirty. Look at me tractor. Oh, it's getting filthy. Oh, it's absolutely covered in it. Oh, that's ace. I mean, to be fair, I mean, you'd normally have like a jet wash to clean it off, but why not? Just have a jet wash to make it dirty. Oh, brilliant. Next up, we've got the high pressure washer Stihl RE581. Man, that's a long name. By Black Sheep Modding, 4.3 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, obviously, following on from making our vehicle very dirty with the Dirtynator, we can now make it clean with the Stihl. All right, fair enough. 1,550 to buy, and it says it's got a 5 horsepower engine because obviously you can drive them with a 4 mile an hour top speed. So once you've got one out, obviously enter the vehicle. As you can imagine, turn it on, move it to wherever you like. That's great. Now, once you've got it in position and you've got a filthy, absolutely filthy vehicle, you can then give it a bit of a jet wash off. Cleans it all up. Oh, that's ace. I mean, make it dirty, make it clean. Entirely up to you, but that's brilliant. The next up is Large Implement Set. This is by Missy B, 0.22 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under telehandler tools. Now, these, they're huge. I mean, got pallet fork, 2,200 to buy. Obviously, it's going to go on your telehandler. You're going to get 2, potentially 3 pallets on there all at the same time. And if you didn't fancy doing pallets and you want to do bales, well, they got you covered as well, because there's a Bale Fork version, which is a little... What's going on with that? Okay, there's a Bale Fork version with some really long forks on the front. It's having a bit of a wobbler in the shop. But alright, I mean, you got some long stuff to be moved. Well, you got a lot of stuff to be moving all at once. Yeah, get these on the go. But next up is Fillable Pallets. This is by VX Mapping, 2.6 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them under pallets. Now, we've got 5 different versions here. So we've got the standard box crate. You then got what's more of a metal one, sort of a plastic one, different style wood one, and then well, basically an IBC. They've got different capacities. So you got your 2,000 litre, 4,000 litre on the metal one. You then got 3,000 on a plastic one for the wooded one, 3,500, and then for the IBC 2,600. There is no options. Obviously, you buy them singular, you move them around with a forklift truck. All right, fair enough. And next up is the Fiat Weight. This is by Andrea, 2.65 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be underweight. Now, it's going to cost you 700 to buy. You have the option of 220 kilo, 300, 380, 460, and then back to 220. So if you need a weight to keep the front or the back of your tractor down, yeah, put one of these on. Next up is the Farm Rail Triangle. This is by Privet TWD Rick Black Label, 0.4 megabyte on the download. And it says under cultivators on the website, but it's actually under miscellaneous. So there it is what it is. Now, this is going to be attaching to your 3 points, and it's going to give you a trailer hitch. So if you've got a tractor that hasn't got a trailer hitch on it, but has got a 3 point, this is what you're going to be needing. Now, it's only going to cost you 95. You got the design colour, which can be, let's face it, anything you like. There you are. Need a trailer hitch for your tractor? Get one of these on the go. Next up is Bale Fork. This is by AgroSim Creations, 2.48 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under telehandler tools. Now, there is no options. It's going to cost you 900. So if you do fancy a bit of baling work and you've got a telehandler on the go, get one of these hooked up. Next up is the Kverneland Silosvans. This is by Jens M, 1.77 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under front loader tools. Now, it's going to cost you 500. It's got 1,700 litre capacity, because obviously it's going to be doing your silage shenanigans. You then got the option of design without spikes or with spikes. It puts some ones on the side. So it has got spikes on the bottom at all times. That's just your side spikes. Then got attacher type. So you got your front loader, your 3-point attacher, or your front loader. You then come down, you got your main colour, which can be, we'll go with that. Why not? Does the main frame. Design colour is obviously going to do the spikes. All right, fair enough. Well, next up is the Lizard Disc Harrow 2.4. This is by Bartelshagen 3, 4.68 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Disc Harrows. Now, as you can imagine by the name, 2.4 metre working width, 10 mile an hour working speed, 55 horsepower requirement for my tractor, and a 3.5 grand price tag. Although we do have the stickers as an optional extra already on there, so we'll get rid of those. There we are. So you got your stickers on the back. So that's going to cost you, it's £100 for that one sticker. Wow, okay. I might start making stickers there. Fair enough. You then got front plates. You've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and back to number 1. And you got your back plates, which is going to be the same sort of scenario. 2.4 metre working width. Definitely for your small farming shenanigans. Next up is the DTX 300 AR pack. This is by CRS Design. 13.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under subsoilers. So first off, we've got the Great Plains DTX 300 AR, 200 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 3 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed for 29 grand. You then got your designs. You can have it as standard, the covering Harrow, so on the back like that, the stock AGTJ Wizard. Man, that's difficult to say. It's 500 litre capacity, so that's going to be doing your grass, your oilseed, and your canola. And then we've got back to the stock. Well, it's got stock AG, and then back to standard. So it's only got 500 litre capacity, but all right, fair enough. Then got lights and warning signs, yes or no. So it's going to put those on like that. Then you got your main colour, which obviously can be anything you like. Right, fair enough. And if you didn't want a Great Plains version, you have got the Kverneland version as well. It's the same sort of scenario on the go. You obviously just got a different brand. So entirely up to you. And next up is the Lizard SAC Pack. This is by Miato Modding, 9.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under ploughs. This is going to require 180 horsepower from your tractor, 3 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed for 23 grand. Although we do have an optional extra 200 for stickers. Man, I definitely need to start making some stickers, but all right, fair enough. You then got World Brands, BKT, Trelleborg, Continental, or back to BKT. The decals, that's going to be those on the side. Size, got 28, 32, so that goes from 3 metre to 3.4 metre, 3.9 metre, 4.4 metre, 5.1, 5.6, and then back to 3 metres. So 3 metre, 180 horsepower, all the way up to 5.6, that's going to require 310 horsepower. You then got your chassis colour, obviously it's going to be that bit. You then got your hubs, so we'll go with a purple. It's going to do, oh, hubs on the wheels. All right, fair enough. Design colour, I'd imagine that's going to do the discs. Oh no, it does the extra little bits in there. All right, fair enough. Bearings, that's got to do those orange bits there. We'll go with a light blue so you can see them. There we are. And then you got your design colour again. Go for yellow. Oh, that does the old hydraulic rams. All right, fair enough. Well, next up is the Unia Kornik XL 2.8. This is by Camille R1 and Oscar Raxoe. 4.56 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mulches. Now, it requires 90 horsepower from your tractor, 2.8 metre working width, and a 7 mile an hour working speed for 15 grand. You then got your version. So you've got version 1, version 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then back to 1. So we're going from green, we've got reds, we've got a couple of different reds, a couple of different greens, fair enough. Then you've got back flap, so you can have it as closed or open. All right, fair enough. Bit of mulching on the go. Why not? Next up is the Unia Forma 2. This is by Pizermec 23433, 4.92 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under vegetable planters. Now, this requires 45 horsepower from your tractor, 1.5 metre working width, and a 4 mile an hour working speed for 7.5 grand. Now, obviously, it's not really a planter. It's one of those ridge formers. Yeah, all right, fair enough. You got the option of backlights, yes or no. Warning triangle, rear lights and warning triangle, and then back to nothing. So if you're going for your small farm shenanigans with some root crops that need the old ridges formed, yeah, get one of these on the go. Next up is the Lizard Z240. This is by Pozcap, 6.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under windrowers. Now, it doesn't require any horsepower from your tractor, according to that. 9 mile an hour working speed, 800 to buy. You got your windrower mode, you got your tedder mode, or your windrower. Oh, that's all right. a tether without any horsepower requirement. Then you got your main colour. Oh, let's go for that. Gonna do your main frame. Your design colour is gonna be, we'll go for blue. Does those bits, and then your design colour again, we'll go with yellow. Does the centres of the old hubs. Alright, fair enough. Next up is the Passenger Top 611A. This is by Agrar Design Austria. 17.18 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under windrowers. Now, this requires 50 horsepower from your tractor, 6.2 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed for 20 grand. You then got your options of Top Deck Plus, Euro Top, or Top Deck Plus. I mean, to be fair, this looks like it's changing the branding. Well, the colours, to be fair. All right, no problem. Protective sleeve, yes or no. So that's going to be on the old fingers. All right, fair enough. Next up is the CLAAS Liner 2700. This is by Weekend Farmers Iron Modding. 18.37 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under windrowers. Now, this requires 80 horsepower from your tractor, 7.4 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 21.5 grand. You then change the working width from 7.4 to 8 metre. And then, well, it says 7.2 and then 7.4 on the old side bit. But it's going to go to 8 metre. That is all right indeed. You can go for whichever one you want. Next up is the Lizard FTN 1000. This is by Fritz, 7.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Forage Harvester headers. Now, this is going to cost you 12 grand. It's going to require 65 horsepower from your tractor, 1 metre working width, and a 6 mile an hour working speed. You do have the option to change the main colour, so you can go for, obviously, whatever you like. It's going to change that bit. Obviously, it's going to hook up to the 3-point on the back of your tractor. What's strange about this? Obviously, you know, it says Forage Harvester headers, but it's going to do your corn, your sorghum, and your grass, which is not the usual things from a Forage Harvester header, but all right, fair enough. Next up is the Bergmann Repex 34S. This is by Mitchie, 7.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forage wagons. Now, it's got 34,000 litre capacity, 120 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 12 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to cost you 80 grand. You have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. Yeah, I've got a couple of different Type 1, Type 2, Standard 1, Standard 2. It's on the old tyres. Silage additive tank, yes or no. I'm just going to put that on the front. Your main colour is going to be those bits. There we are. And your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. All right, fair enough. Next up is the Brandt 1124 Deckover trailer. This is by Roughneck Modding Crew, 16.73 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's going to start off at 12.5 grand to buy. You can then change it up. So this is currently the platinum version. The premium version is going to be your gooseneck. So where you have your bumper pull or your gooseneck, no problem. Wheel setup, so you got your standard or your triaxle. All right, no problem. You then got tension belt configuration. So you got one for machinery, you got one for square bales, one for round bales, and then back to your machinery. I thought the tension belts just worked on whatever's on the back, but all right, fair enough. Main colour, well, rim colour even, is going to be obviously your rims. I mean, the bits fold out the back, the ramps fold down. Yeah, job's a good one. Next up is the Taillift Pack. This is by Manti Banani, 27.55 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under trailers. Now, first up is the swap body with tail lift. 35 grand is going to cost you. You do have the option to change the design colour, so we'll go with that. It's going to do the actual chassis underneath. Design colour again, you're going to do the main bits there, and then design colour again, we'll go for blue. Just a bit on the back. The old tail lift on the back. All right, fair enough. Now, obviously, this is designed to go onto a truck. So if we click combinations, it's saying the Volvo F816. Now, if you go for this one, it's not going to attach. What you do need to do is go for the triple axle version. Then it's going to put the fifth wheel far enough back. Right, just bear that in mind. If you don't want to go for that one, you could go for the standard straight up trailer. There we are. So that's going to cost you 75 grand, obviously a little bit longer. Then got your same colour options as before. So we'll go blue on that one. We'll then go for, I'll go for red on that one. Design colour on there, we'll go for yellow. He's going to do the tail lift on the back. Design colour again, we'll go for green. Go for that one. There we are. Does the mud guards. Then rim colour is obviously the rims. Now, if you are going for this one and you've got a tractor to pull it along with, well, they give you a little dolly as well, because why not? Same colour options as before with the rims and the design on the mud flaps. And the first design, it's going to do the chassis. Entirely up to you which one you go for. Now, I've gone for the swap body versions. This is what I mean. For the actual trailer hitch itself, sort of like it's back here where it needs to attach to. So you do need to have like the triple axle version of whatever. That's then going to hook on, no problem. You do have the option of LB and right stick up and down. It's going to move it backwards and forward just so you can get it set right on the truck. Then we do LB and left on the D-pad, open the covers. That's going to open up the sides like that for you. It's going to open on that one first, then it's going to fold the second part. Jobs are good, and then you're ready to go. Now, obviously the whole thing of it being a tail lift, LB and A, there we are. So it's going to fold the back bit down. It's also going to fold this side one in as well, which is interesting. You can only have one open at a time. So once the back doors are done like that, you can then do RB and right stick up and down, raise the tail lift. Oh, that is age. But for the whole immersiveness of it all, if you're loading pallets onto a lorry, that is great. Next up is the Teagle Tomahawk C120. This is by JHHG Modding, 14.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under straw blowers. Now, it's going to take 2 bales. Obviously, you chuck them into there like that. You unfold the conveyor belt, and it's going to put it into your animal pen. It's going to require 180 horsepower from your tractor, 75 grand, and there is no options. That looks ace. Right, next up is the Teagle Tomahawk 8250. This is by JHHG Modding, 12.54 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under straw blowers. Now, we have got the Tomahawk 8250T, 31,200 to buy. It's going to do 2 bales at once, 80 horsepower requirement from your tractor, and you do have the option of Continental, Trelleborg, BKT, and then back to Continental on your tyres. Trelleborg has got some wide tyre options. Alright, fair enough. Now, obviously this is a tow behind version, but if you fancied going for the M, which is just a 3-point mounted version, they got you covered as well. 29,600 to buy. Obviously, it's going to put some straw into your animal pens. And next up is the Teagle Tomahawk 6200H. This is by Sid Modding and JHHG Modding. 15.23 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this one under straw blowers as well. But this got a little bit of a trick up its sleeve. So it's going to do 1 bale at a time. 60 horsepower requirement from your vehicle. Yeah, we'll go down that route. 10,000 to buy. You then have the option to attach it to the front of a Manitou. You can also put it on a telehandler, a front loader, the stove for the front loader, JCB front loader, skid steer loader, wheel loader, front loader number 2, 3-point on your tractor, and then back to your Manitou. So you could put this on pretty much anything, and then blow the straw into your cows or your pigs. Oh, that's awesome. And next up is the Teagle Titan 17. This is by Sid Modding, 14.41 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under manure spreaders. Now, it's got a 20,100 litre capacity, requires 170 horsepower from your tractor, 16 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 35 grand. You then got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, or Trelleborg on the tyres. We've got some wides in there. Oh, they look alright indeed. When you got some solid stuff that needs chucking about, put it in one of these. Next up, we've got the Mahindra 6000 8000 series. This is by Autin Modding, 11.75 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got a 65 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, with a 50 grand price tag. Although we do have a £7 option, well, £700 optional extra. There you are. That's better. That's your standard version. So you then can add a front weight, so 60 kilo, 120 kilo, 160 kilo, or nothing. You can then have an engine setup, so 65 horsepower. You can then go for the turbo, obviously, 90 horsepower. You then go for 75 and then 105. Then go for 80 and 120. Oh, go for the 800, well, the 8000 series turbo. Oh, every day of the week. There we are. So you got your wheel branch, you got your Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, Mitas, and then back to Lizard again. We've got a few different versions on the go in there. Roof setups, you got nothing. You've got design 1, which is a rollover hoop. Design 2, which is a bit of a canopy. or nothing. Then you've got exhaust, yes or no, so puts that on the side. Front loader attacher, so you've got quickie, power or nothing. Then the only option on your colour changes is going to be your rim colour. Yeah, all right, fair enough. So next up is Calmlands. This is by Earnshaber, 126.43 megabyte on the download, and it says it's an unknown location. Yeah, it's going to be one of those maps where you make it your own. So the start farm is right here, and if you're on a new farmer, you're going to be using 1004 slots. Now, obviously, you've got a little bit of a shed there for your pallet and bale storage. You've got a water trigger just there. You got your wardrobe trigger just there. You got your sleep trigger just there by Grandpa. Spin it back round, got our dog there just chilling out in the sun. Then come down here, you've got your load in and load out from your silo. You've got a bit of a ramp to help you load stuff onto a trailer, that's alright. Bit of a barn on there with your harvester in. We've got this cow pen as well that already has some cows in it. So we've got 8 in there to start with, that's alright. Spin it back round, there's your main field that you start with, and another little shed there. Now, on New Farmer, you're going to start with area 43, which is where your start farm is, and you've got a little bit of a field 43, and then you've got a little bit of grass area as well. Now, the equipment that you start with is going to be the Agromaz POV5 XL, the Albert Pallet Fork, the Albert Universal Bucket, the Brandt Z 180512 XXL Powerflex, the Deutzfahr AgroStar 8.31, the Horse Credo 3, the Horse Versa, the Harrow XB150, the John Deere 3650, the John Deere Pickup 900, the Massey Ferguson MF8570, the Massey Ferguson MF8570 header, and the 10 Winkle Top 450. So apart from your start farm, there isn't much else on this map. I mean, you just got over the tree line over here is going to be like the main story, well, the main shop area and selling points. But other than that, it is definitely going to be a make it yourself map, because there's plenty of space for you to be buying up those blocks of land, and you know, you can plough up fields or put down some production chains, entirely up to you. So this is definitely one for your creative minded person. Next up is Silver Lake Forest. This is by Carl TG, 89.16 megabyte on the download, and to be fair, it's just starting off with something that you don't normally see, I must admit. Now, on New Farmer, you're going to be using 812 slots to starting off with, and if you come on here on New Farmer, you own area 24 and 23. That's where your start farm's going to be. Now, also on New Farmer, you're going to have the equipment. You're going to have the Agco 8810, and this is the one that you don't normally start with, an Aprilia RX125. Interesting indeed. You also got the FarmTech EDK 650, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the John Deere 980, the Massey Ferguson MF7S 210, the Massey Ferguson MF8570, and then the header, and then the header trailer to go with it. So that's your starting equipment. Now, the start farm itself, you come over here like that, and then we've got our Aprilia there, which I've never seen that on the start farm before, but alright. You've got your sleep trigger just there, you've got your wardrobe trigger just there. Come around here, we've got a little bit of a barn on the go, so we'll open up that like that. There we are. A little bit of a storage area inside. We'll come around here, we've got another barn over here. So we'll open up these doors like that. There we are. Plenty of space inside for you to be storing some stuff. You've got a little bit of a cubby hole. Got cement mixer in the back. You know, why not? Why not indeed? Then we'll come around here, and we've got our silo loading in point at the front. Job done. Now, apart from that, the map is a little sparse, I must admit. So you got the river, you got a couple of things dotted around. You know, you got your main shop just there. But again, like the previous map we've just seen, it's going to be one for you to expand. Yeah, I mean, it's got a ferry there, which is great to see. But apart from that, you know, you've got a couple of areas, a couple of different people you can go and see if you wanted to. And then you've got a couple of shops up the top end, a couple of sell points. But definitely one for your creative mindedness to run amok. I mean, there we are. So we've got a couple of little sell points just there for you. So again, start off slow, chop a few trees down, plough out some trees, job's a good one. Next up is Tässi Farm. This is by Carl TG and Wiki Plays. 282.28 megabyte on the download. And he's going to be... Let's make a little interest about this map. I must admit, it's going to be great. So, if you come on New Farmer, you are going to own... If we scroll across to the farmland, you're going to own Area 25, 21 and 15. And we've got these areas here. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Now, obviously, you're going to have your start farm. So first off, you got this little area here, and you've got your house. And you can't get inside. Oh, we can. We can go inside. Oh, there we are. So once we're in here, we'll come around like that. Oh, indeed. Now, this is looking nice. A little wood cabin. A kitchen area around there. So what about through this door? Yeah, what's in here? It's going to be your bedroom. So your sleep trigger is just there. Wardrobe trigger by the old duffel bag. And what about this door? Can we go in there? No, that's it for that one. I mean, again, like I said in the previous one, something we don't normally start off with on Start Farmer. But okay, fair enough. We'll come out of here. Just go down this little bit. Because you've got... Is that door open? No, it doesn't. Right, we'll come out here. There's going to be some of your equipment. Got a little bit of a barn down here as well. Open up those doors like that. There's some more equipment in there. We'll come around here. Another little shed. The equipment just dotted everywhere. It's just like you've dumped your stuff and run. Because, you know, yeah, don't there, leave it there. It'll be alright. No problem. And around here, we've got our last barn on our start. I can say start farm. I'd say it's more of a start area, to be fair. And this is going to be a cow barn. So you've got your milk taking out point just there. You got your loading in point just here. We'll come down all the way to the end. I mean, I like the doors on these. A little bit rusty. You know, it's been lived in. Fair enough. Got your animal dialogue box just there. So that's going to hold 464 cows. So there's no cows to start with, but it's there ready for you to go. The equipment that you start with on New Farm is going to be the Abbey 1600. Again, you've got the Aprilia RX125, which is definitely not a usual one for your start farm. You've got your Bednar Amiga 006,000 FL, the CLAAS Evian 450, the CLAAS Vario 620, the Case IH Puma 260 CVX drive, the Deutz-Fahr 8280 TTV, the FarmTech SuperSys 800, the International Series 200, the Krone Vendro 820 Highland, the Kuhn Primer 15070M, the Crampy Big Body 750S, the Lizard MKS 8, the Maxi Bale Fork, the Maxi Pallet Fork, the Maxi Universal Bucket, the Manitou MLT 841145 PS Plus. You then got the Nardi N40BX, the Passenger Boss Alpine 251, the Steyr Absolute 6280 CVT, the Samaz KDF 341S, the Samaz XT390, the Samaz Z2840H, the Tenwinkle Guscom 1750, the Treffler TGA 560, and then the Voucher T255 Verso. Man, that is that's a lot of equipment to start off. Let's start farm with. But okay, fair enough. Now, apart from the start farm itself, again, this is another one of those maps. There is a few fields knocking around, but primarily it is going to be a forge your own path, chop some trees down. I mean, I've got a couple of NPCs knocking around that you could go and potentially see. But the main area is going to be down at the bottom of the map where you're... Call it an industrial zone? Yeah, we'll go with that. That's where you're going to be taking your stuff. And where is the zone? I've lost it. It'll come back to me. It's the industrial zone. It's more like... It's this little area down here. Let's face it. You're going to bring all your stuff down here. Got a few different things. You've got a workshop down there. Got a fuel tank there. A couple of sale points. Jobs are good. It looks like an animal dealer as well. So that's going to be your main area. There's one interesting area of this map, and it's going to be this, Area 23. So if we click on that, we'll buy it. It's going to cost 371 grand. But it's definitely going to be well worth it once you see what comes next. Because we've got another mod that's come out today, but ideally, primarily, it's going to be used on this map. And it's going to be this, the Peat Equipment Pack. This by Carl TG, NMC T-Bone Wiki Plays. 25.38 megabyte on the download, and come down your mods and DLCs because it's a lot easier to find it. So in this we get the production miller 9 meter So you've got 150 horsepower requirement, 9 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, and 30.5 grand to buy. You've also got the Peat Ridger 6 meter, 100 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 6.2 meter working width, and a 6 mile an hour working speed for 35 grand. We've also got the JMK 40, 45,000 litre capacity, 130 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 1.2 metre working width, and 7 mile an hour working speed for 65,700. And then to transport it all, we've got the Load King flatbed trailer, 87.5 grand to buy. But that has definitely been modded for the slightly larger vehicles in this pack. Now, you do have the design. So you've got design 1 or 2. It's going to put that little bit extra in the ramps in the middle. And then you've got your rim colours if you fancy changing up the rims. Now, obviously, this is specifically designed to go on this map. And you've got these peat areas. Yeah, so what you want to do first is to get the first piece, the production miller. You come over to the area, you lower it down, you turn it on. We don't have access to this land. Got to get a bit further in. I thought I'd bought this land. Did I not buy it? Click on that. Buy. Yes. Yeah. Oh, we don't have enough money. Oh, hold on a minute. Right, now we can buy it. Yes. Okay, so we buy the land. Right, jobs are good in. We now own it. So now we have access to the land. We can then be milling. I'll show you mill peat, but it is what it is. I've never farmed peat before, but okay. So once you've got the miller going, obviously you can see it churning up. Great. Right, so we'll lift that up and turn it off. Because what you want to do now is to go and hook everything else up. So you hook the, well, let's face it, it's a windrow on the front, and then you've got the old piece of equipment on the back. So we'll go and, oh, I need to unload, I need to fold the ramps down on that. Right, fold the ramps down. There we are. Then we can go and get this. Is that not unloaded properly? Oh, we're going to give it a go anyway. So we'll get the back bit, the whole picker-upperer, we'll call it that anyway. We'll get that hooked up on the back. Then we can be picking up some peat. Because, you know, why not? Oh, no, we got up. We're alright. So then hook that up on the back like that. We then, oh, it's still. Take the straps off. There we are. That's better. I do know what I'm doing, honestly. Right, there we are. So we get this hooked up. Get that off the trailer. We'll spin it around. There we are. So we'll get the old windrower on the front. Like that. There we are. So we'll spin it around like that. And we can get picking up some of the old peat. So we'll lower that down. Turn it on. That's going to put it all into a nice little windrow. Right, fair enough. Then we'll go onto the back bit, then turn that on and lower that pickup at the back, and away we go. We can be picking up some peat. I think the last time I picked up peat, we went to the shops, but all right, fair enough. Oh dear, and obviously all these different areas are the peat fields. So after a while, it should regrow. Are we calling it regrowing? We'll go for that anyway. And then you just do it all again. Mill it out the ground, pick it up, sell it off. And to sell it off, yes, you do want to sell it off. I mean, look at that. At the storage bay, you're selling off 1,000 litres for 40 grand. 40 grand for 1,000 litres. Oh, Pete for the win. And the last mod for the day is the map new Bartelshagen. This is by ATSI VR, 127.22 megabyte on the download. And obviously this has been out before. Definitely on, I think it's 22, maybe even earlier. Now, if you're playing on New Farm, the slot count is going to be 1674. And if you come on the map on our New Farmer, you're going to own Area 6 and Area 94 as well. So first off, you're going to have, is it the start farm? Your sleep trigger's down here anyway, let's put it that way. So come in there like that. There's your sleep trigger. There's your wardrobe trigger. I mean, you've got a greenhouse there as well that you already own, which is all right. So you've got your water going in, pallet spawn point just there. We're going to come out of there, down this little path. Got this little pasture here. Fair enough. Come down this little path. I like that. In between the fence and the bushes. It's all right. So we'll carry on around here like that. Because this little pasture is actually a horse pen. See, is it a horse pen? It could be a cow pen, to be fair. Let's have a little look. Oh, I think it's more of a cow pen. There we go. That's better. So you got your animal dialogue box just there. Oh no, it is a horse pen. I was right first off. So 16 horses going in there. So you got your food and your water. Jobs are good. And spin it back round. Got a little bit of equipment over there. But the main, I'm going to say start farm, is going to be in this little compound just here. So first up, you got a water trigger just there for you. All these buildings look ace. I mean, like the plaster's crumbling off. It's seen some days, I must admit. You got a fuel tank just there. So you take an out point, you buy inable point just there. That's going to hold 5,000 litres. Come around here. Is that a bag of seed? Is that just for decoration? Potentially. Then we go in this door. You got a little bit of a workshop on the go. How's that? Collect that. Golden apple. 5 grand. Thank you very much. Collectibles on the map. Why not? Got a little bit of a workshop-ish shed. And you got a buy inable point there. So they're going to be for your seeds, I'd imagine. Come down here. You got your workshop trigger. Can we go in there? No, we can't. Can we go in this one? We can open that door. There we are. So inside. Why can we not open that? Oh, we open up from the inside. There we are. Got a bit of a workshop trigger on the go. Obviously, there's your equipment. So come around here. Got a bit more storage space. Plenty of barn space on the go. That's not bad. Oh, what's this? A little staircase. Can we go in there? No, we can't. Can we go in this one? Yes, we can. Alright, so it's behind that brick wall. So you can't get in that building. We'll come around here. A bit more storage space around there. And we got some more areage. Is that even a word? Around there as well. And we got this building that we can open up. So if we go into there. There we are. Plenty more storage space in there. We've got another buyable point just there. So that's going to be for your liquid fertilizer and your herbicide. Got some more storage in this building. Well, you're not short for storage, I must admit, on this start farm. That is alright indeed. Round here is going to be a buy point for, I'd imagine, your lime. Potentially. Got some more storage in there. And obviously, we're back to the start bit. Now, the equipment that you get on New Farm is going to be the CLAAS Evian 450, the CLAAS Vario 620, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the John Deere 3650, the John Deere 6R185, the John Deere 980, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 trailer, and the Rudolph DK280 RP. And as for the map, it's probably what you'd expect, to be fair. You know, little houses dotted around. You know, there's little different areas you could potentially buy. It's like we got these warehouse-ish buildings up here. You could make your start farm entirely up to you. We've got some fairly decent sized fields as well. I think, you know, some of these potentially you might need big equipment. I mean, this one here, that's definitely a big field that you're going to need to be getting some big equipment on. But if you're into that sort of thing, then great, no problem. We do have a couple of updates as well. We've got New Frontier by Ola Holdall, and that doesn't need a new save, so that's all right. We've got the Mammoose Silo Compact Kit by Agrar Design Austria. We've also got the Kessler Forestry Pack by HL Forst and Fahrzeug Bell, and the Coulter Rail and Bar by Polly Paul.